Hi there. In this video I want to talk about areas and configuration. Areas are the Development Accelerator's way of grouping templates, giving them kind of meaning and ease of access so that you don't have a massive list, so that you can segment them. It's akin to the idea of features in Sitecore, but I wanted to make it more CMS agnostic, so came up with the term of area. And each area will get its own configuration, and in that configuration you can do all the kind of overrides and additional pieces and all the individual settings that allow you to really customize what gets exported. So I'm working with TDS extraction or TDS serialized items, and I'm going to export to Glass Mapper, but that doesn't really matter because it's really about what we see inside the tool itself. So here we can see my TDS serialized items under the templates. That's where we're interested in looking, and we have feature and foundation. If we go into feature, we have demo. Now that's your organizational name or your company name, and then underneath that you've got three features: accounts, checkout, and FAQs. I'm going to select FAQs here, and I'm going to go ahead and add the first area to the Development Accelerator. So we're going to type N for new. It's come up with what it thinks, well, basically the last one that we imported, which was actually something I was testing before. So we don't want to use that. We're going to use the one we just selected. Now it's given me the list of templates that it's found underneath that folder structure. At this point, all I want to do is create the configuration, and then I'm going to show you that. So we're going to hit S. You could do lowercase s as well. Now, again, it's remembering from before, so it's saying, oh, what do you want to call this one? But this time it's going to be demo.feature.faq.models. And we're going to change the path as well. Now, an interesting note here is that actually if there is an option to turn on the append feature folder, and then you just need to put the root folder, so model generation, and it will add the subfolders for the actual features, but at the moment that's not turned on, so let's just going to put FAQ there. It's telling you no templates were exported because all we're doing is creating the configuration, and now it gives you the option to change the file name, but we'll keep it the same, and it's created it. So now we have an entry in here for our FAQ models. And if we look in here very quickly, under this one where I have the configuration, you'll see that it's added this FAQ models config, which is fairly basic, doesn't have anything in it at the moment, it's just a few bits and pieces that it gets set up with. And you can see here in the main configuration, we now have an area set. So let's go back and add a second area, which I'm going to just find by, oops, gone too far. Let's go in here. So Sitecore, templates, foundation. There's only one, which is called subscriptions. So I'm going to copy that one in before we go. So let's add another one. This time I'll put that one in. Now again, we're going to just create, and this time it's called demo. And this time as well, I'll just cut and paste this. So again, nothing, so let's create another one. So now we have two in there. And if we look in our configuration again, we'll see that we now have two of these configs, and if we refresh this, we now have a second one added here. So that's how we add areas, and that's how we see them get set up. And the idea here is that with the configuration, there's kind of two levels of configuration. There's the configuration file you see there, which you can then check in and share with other team members. But there's also a local configuration file, which is just a serialized .bin file, which kind of persists some of this information that you were seeing, like the last folder that was entered and the last namespace and so on. And it kind of keeps count of how many times you render models from particular areas and things like that. So yeah, let's go in and just show you what we've got here. So we'll go into number 1. We only have the one, which is the one that the dashboard settings. If we hit 0, it's going to remember that for that particular area we have subscriptions models, and it's going to go to the subscriptions folder, and it says one template was exported. Now let's go and select, and let's do all. So we're going to go to FAQ models and outputs to the FAQ folder, and didn't tell us how many there were. We'll hope that it did it. And back in TDS here, model generation, so we have FAQ. There's all our FAQ related templates, and now we have subscription with our one subscription template. So I hope that gives you an overview of areas and their configuration. We'll do a more of a deep dive into the individual aspects of the area configuration and what you can override in separate videos. But anyway, I hope that gives you a good insight. Thanks a lot.